part will be
Sponsored by Westall.
Not really.
NXO, the drink of choice. Oh, gosh, I don't drink it right now, times.
Nobody drinking, but you Adventist watching this thing now. You better cut out.
Yeah, that's guy.
All right, guys, what's up? Welcome to Can't Say This Twice. I'm CJ. This is,
Yo, Josh.
and this is,
Brad, aka Doubles, not to be confused with speed, but security. You dig?
wow. Wow. Only me,
Yes, I know I didn't see that one
hold
coming.
on. Only me that have a stupid freaking intro.
Exactly.
You need that stupid intro.
I'm gonna
You
have
need
to,
that stupid
I'm
I'm
intro.
gonna have to
Stupid
get a
intro.
stupid intro. Yo, it's Cleavon, the guy that gets more head than we've on.
Oh,
Yeah. That come.
That's
That
actually
come.
bad.
Right.
Nah, not bad.
Parental advisory though.
Parental advisory. All right, guys. So today we have some interesting things to talk about. Very heated debates and exchanges.
Huh.
So we, instead of just
This
talk,
not a boxing match. Though.
it don't matter. It don't matter. The tempers just flare sometimes. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's get right into it instead of talking about it. So somebody on Twitter dropped something and people
Start
lambast,
bashing
right?
for no reason.
And it was a non-topic, right?
Yeah, it wasn't even a topic. It was just something, well, we know Twitter is just to speak your mind. Like Donald
It
Trump.
used to be.
Used to be, yeah.
Well, used to be. Before when people used to... No, actually, Twitter from the jump had you speak your mind and people come down on you for saying what's on your mind.
Oh, yeah,
Not so much.
yeah.
Yeah, in
Yeah,
the
man,
US,
yeah.
in the US it was like
Yeah.
that. Because
Okay.
even like presidents, like the media
Big
stars,
artists and them,
they
yeah.
used to get real bashing for saying what's
Normal
on
thing.
their mind. Because
Normal
they
thing.
used to use Twitter
To
to
just
to
unleash.
vent.
Yeah.
And they used to get real bashing. But lately that shit has started
Like you get worse.
in the
man.
Caribbean.
Escalated.
It got worse.
You get worse, man.
No people bashing you for getting up in the morning and saying, damn, outside is rainy.
Rainy. I don't see rain.
You can
by
never
you.
say anything that's not controversial on Twitter. It's so toxic that
Yeah.
And that's where I came in and said that no matter what you say, it could be on politics, it could be on relationship, it could be on money, cars. You would have some type of negative feedback from people.
We agree.
yeah, but we
But
agree
yes.
that, but there are topics that are more controversial than others. Though.
Like from
So,
the
like,
jump, whether you
From the jump, you
decide
know,
it's
if you're
going
talking
to
And
be
about
I am
politics
saying-
or religion, then
And
people
I am
anything you have to
saying-
say, you have
well,
somebody
I
against
can't
it.
disagree when it comes to religion, but that is because we don't respect people's opinion.
But there's wrong opinions, there's right opinions. Because I don't respect your opinion doesn't mean that you don't have the right to have it. You can have your opinion. You can
But-
have your opinion. I
but-
just don't respect it.
But then you can't say there is wrong and there is right because it's opinions.
and perspective.
That
as
is
well.
true.
Yeah.
But that's if you separate opinions from fact. There are some people
But then it
that
wouldn't be our
they
opinion if it's a fact.
no, but it's an opinion based on facts. There
Yeah.
are some people that in an argument you would give them your opinion and back it up with facts, and they'll still tell you, "Oh, that's
They
that's
giving
just your opinion."
emotions.
But
Yeah.
but I'm showing you facts though.
Yeah.
This fact is X, Y, Z, and that has made me form this opinion.
Yeah.
And their opinion is just, I feel like it should be so and so, and they
Yeah.
expect you to respect that opinion when it's just based on feelings. So there
Okay,
are
so
some.
what if it comes down to something that doesn't have a fact to back it up? So what if
Like
it's
what?
just opinions, like a music video,
Mm,
or not just a music video, but
whether
a
or not you
song?
whether or not you think the music
Whether
video is
it's
good or the
or
song
not,
is good.
Yeah, because we have people disliking stuff for no reason. No reason.
Absolutely. Absolutely
Like,
none.
we have perfect songs. Well, not
Mm.
perfect, but almost perfect. And then we have people not liking. Okay,
Like
like
disliking.
we
going
have
out of
videos
the
on
way.
YouTube. I'm pretty sure if we go on YouTube this right now, somebody giving the poor food. and I'm pretty sure you'll
And
see
they have a
dislikes.
dislike.
I can I
Like, what is there to dislike?
the
And they'll be
fact
like,
the fact that they video in it. Why you trying to
Why
show
video?
off?
Yeah, why you showing off? They shouldn't be
Yeah.
trying to show off.
Yeah.
There are people like
can't
that, Josh.
be
Yeah.
people are.
People,
They
exactly.
can't
People
be-
always find some
people-
reason.
They cannot change people's opinions on things, no matter what you do or say.
That's true.
We might, like, remember, to some extent, the controversy would become like, it would be a personal thing, because you might say, oh, that's controversial because it started an argument, but then it comes down to your
Not
opinion.
always. Not always. There are topics that are innately controversial. Like just from religion
Again,
being
I
one.
agree.
Religion being one.
But because of opinions.
Yeah, but it's still controversial.
But it's not
because
only
of-
opinions, people just feel strong about certain beliefs. See, things like religion and so is ingrained in people.
You grew up with
Sometimes
it,
from when you're
Yeah.
born and growing up and everything. Like
Well,
everything,
the
mostly
religion
everything people
started
do
from
these days
long.
has some root in some religion, right?
Yeah.
So people, when you attack that religion, it's like attacking them personally.
Yeah,
So people get
personally
defensive and
attacking
stuff.
Everything
But it
I
kind
know.
of started long, because even from back when Jesus walked on earth, it was kind of controversial with the kings feeling like, oh, he's not a king because he don't have wealth, he don't
Exactly.
have this. So
And people are just following him just because he's a good person.
Yeah.
Not because he
so-
was
they
trying to
can-
give them
they
any
can stand
benefits
that,
or
yeah.
anything. So the king's looking at that and say, okay, that's a threat to me. I have to be reigning with an iron fist. People loving me, people showing
but
loyalty to
that
me out
was
of
their
fear.
opinion.
But people actually, like Jesus
So-
not using
No,
fear,
but
and people just following
that's how
him.
they lived at the time.
Yeah,
So when he
but-
came, it kind of
but-
challenged the entire way of
Thinking
life. Like
life and everything.
I
Yep.
say everything I say is gospel. Now somebody come in, all you don't know this man from no way, and all you following what he say, but I telling all you what to do for years. All you listening
Yep.
to this man. This man don't even have a gold chalice
A
to
gold
drink
chalice.
nothing from, and all you listening to this man.
Exactly.
But
Man
that
don't even
was-
have a crown.
that still would go back to their opinion of a king being somebody with riches.
So how would different
Well-
opinions and how strong people feel about their personal opinions influence the type of topics that we discuss on a podcast? For sure, there are topics that we most likely have to stay away from.
Facts.
Yeah,
No?
we
Yeah,
would because we don't want to mash anybody's.
I mean, we whether we want to or
Toes
not, we
are-
will mash some toes. But to make a like knowing a topic is going to mash this person to that person to like at least try to not do it on purpose.
That's true.
But
I mean, we're not in
majority
it to
of
become.
times, we would genuinely speak, like genuinely speak about something, and then after you hear somebody come in and say, "But he's our old because
Yeah,
he
so
come
and
and
so.
bash me."
But I intent though.
No, it wouldn't be intense.
No, I mean from our perspective, we not trying to step on anybody's toes. We not trying to. But if you take a topic that you know is controversial and it will ruffle feathers, then at that point you can't say, "Well, I didn't mean to." You waive that right.
But then we will be infringing on our freedom of speech and expression.
no, we could talk about it. We
Which person?
just not distribute it to people.
Yeah. But is that
I mean-
would that be seen as fake though? Because if you actually stand for something,
Exactly. I mean,
would you be ashamed of what you stand for and like only say it in
Exactly.
private or so and not let people know that you have these opinions?
because
That's a good.
we trying to connect as much with everybody. I mean, we would match some toes, not intentionally, but we have the freedom of speech, and we have a right to express ourselves.
yeah,
But there's
freedom of
there's
speech
there's,
don't mean
there's
say
just
anything you want. Eh?
No,
Exactly.
no, I mean, we have to be responsible with whatever we say, because we don't want to get dragged to the mud, through the mud, and
it's
walking
once
through
there's
tongue and somebody want to bust your head.
once
because-
what you're saying does not incite violence or harm on people, like we're not calling people to
and
injure
infringe on-
anyone or
on
anything like
people's,
that.
like values and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, then
For
that
sure.
should be fine.
Yeah, because that's
But that's how it
should be a
used to
no-no,
be. It used to be fine. but no, there's people are saying like, oh, what your right to say what you want to say or your
Yeah.
freedom of speech should
Yeah, it's
not
limited.
infringe on my freedom to feel
This,
hurt
yeah,
about it
It's
yeah.
limited. It's limited
or to be
to
Fun,
what?
offended,
funny
to be
enough, though.
offended. And
Funny enough.
funny enough, there's no freedom, there's no right to be offended. But I guess that's some new right they're making up.
I saw this video today actually about some somebody went on Good Morning Britain or something so,
A lot.
and
I used to watch those videos on YouTube.
and I don't know how, like, he just stumbled in my recommendations. I
Uh,
was like, the title catch me. This person wants to ban clapping, and
oh, because it's triggering them.
I was like, for what? So when I open the video, they're saying that like people that might have like certain things with like social anxiety and whatever, it
Mm.
may trigger them. So
Yeah, I saw that.
the person saying um people should be doing, this is the part that real crack me up. No, you should be doing jazz hands. I was like,
This?
yeah, instead of clapping. And
But what about the people that have
Oh, I
arthritis
shouldn't
not
and they
have.
only
can't do
not
that?
only
They
that, not
discriminating
only that,
against
what
those?
about the people that are blind? So I go to a concert where
True.
everybody might clap for a song or something, and
And you start
Exactly.
clapping.
I hearing the band playing, or the band have this big entrance, right?
Mhm.
And it's dark. I don't can see, so I don't know when they're coming on. And they had this big entrance with lights and shit, and people are like, "Oh shit!"
And
But
everybody else.
instead of clapping to give you any cue, you're doing this.
Everybody
So
looking
you
at you
The
like,
bad man.
so you ain't hearing nothing. You're not hearing a jam.
Imagine
You're not
Ray
seeing
Charles in a
anything.
concert playing.
But
Ray
people
Charles in a
just kind
concert
of
playing in
quiet,
Life Away.
you feel
and
Huh?
and you're like, okay.
And
What
everybody
happened?
looking at you like,
When they go start the show and people are like,
this,
it's going on. Don't you
this
see
guy,
us
this guy.
jazz hands in?
But that's the thing. That's the thing. Some of these people don't realize it. When you start trying to change social norms for society to fit a minority of
yeah.
people, you're inevitably going to discriminate against other minorities of people.
And more, yeah, yes, exactly, way more.
So it's better
And
to just keep it general.
and the like the people, mind you, the person does not suffer from social anxiety, so it's not something
So
they're
how do
talking
they know?
from experience.
And that's
They
the next
just-
thing I don't
I think
understand.
they
People
just
feeling the
figure.
It goes
need
back
to speak
just
on
trying
behalf
to
of other
start a
people.
controversial they're just trying to start some kind of controversy.
Exactly.
In wherever area they.
Is this?
That's-
I notice it happens a lot. There's this sort of feeling where I need to. I've grown up very. I've grown up very
Privilege.
privileged. I never really had to go through anything. So
Yeah.
the only way I could feel like I'm part of, or I'm a good
struggle.
person,
If
or
I
I'm
shoot
doing
somebody
something, is if I go and I try to fight for something that I have absolutely no
feelings towards.
experience,
Exactly.
knowledge, or
Or
understanding
actual
of.
feelings towards, or
Exactly.
actual
Social
feelings towards.
justice.
It's not to say
Social justice warriors.
Josh
Dog.
is
That's
a
what
man
they
that
are.
suffer from it. I bring him to a concert and I see it happen. The person in her no friends that suffering from it, no nothing, and you're gone
but
quite. You're gone so
no.
far. You can go to the people, because the people she's trying to help actually wrote in and said, "Please do not do this. Please don't do this. We don't want. We want to be part. We don't want. We want awareness rather than everybody trying to accommodate us in
yeah.
some kind of outlandish
Strange way.
That's it's too
Mhm.
much. Now you're making us feel more anxious because, oh, he go be nervous, so let's not clap, guys.
Yep.
It can
But-
feel more.
And they putting
comfortable
more
by-
attention
Look at
on
us
them.
now, though.
Exactly.
Look at us now. What would the community say? What
About
would the
what?
Happy Hands community say about us?
What is their business now?
What the
Anti-jazz
anti-jazz
hands?
The anti-jazz hands.
Well, I might have a whole lot on me. Because if the only way I can go to a concert is if I accept doing jazz hands, I'm not going.
You're not going.
I'm not going. That's not something I do. So
Well,
now you're trying to
everything-
force me to do something I don't do.
But
on
I
a
feel
general
like
basis.
almost every community that starts a movement that pressures people into making a decision. They give them an ultimatum, like we have
Do
to
this
do
or
this.
or you are this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they always
yeah.
create an anti something
There's
to start
there's
drama.
no middle. There's never a middle ground.
It's
In it.
never
Nope.
a middle ground. It's either
That's
Whether
everybody's
crazy.
with
black
me
or white.
or you're against me, and that's it.
And you realize that creating more division, right? So when we're supposed to be fixing issues that affect the minority and make them feel inclusive,
You know, push them our way
you're putting
Pushing
you're
away.
putting yourself in a totally
box.
different box for yourself.
And you're pushing
telling
away the
me that
majority.
I can't
Yeah.
I now can't be part of what you feel comfortable with. So freak me and
And
what
now
I'm used
speaking
to.
about, no, now you speaking about it and hearing it. We're not supposed to speak about this, but it gives me the
Dude,
feeling.
if we can speak about it like
I don't wanna
as
say it.
general as
What's that?
this,
What's not giving
I
the
don't
hint,
want to
Ollie?
say it.
cut.
I
If we
don't wanna
can
say
speak
it.
about
Go
it
ahead.
I don't
as
wanna say
general,
it.
Go
But
ahead.
basically,
don't. If you cut it out anyways, if you say it, it's
So go
too
ahead.
controversial. So
I'm
say
not-
what you want.
Full joy yourself,
I'm
man.
not saying it. I'm not saying it. But yeah, like so society is based on colonies then.
Well,
It's not really.
the
You
the
see,
needs
it's
and the
closer.
few don't outweigh.
I think it's closer to different cults because when you listen to some of these people, they have a certain way that a certain thing that they all believe.
Well,
Like,
us two,
But
innit?
then us,
Hold on,
exactly.
Us two,
I was about to
No,
say that because I
like-
mean we're a cult for not believing what they do
all of us.
because they're
To-
looking at us the
to,
same.
to like in a weird way, we are all part of like some kind of
Don't say that.
cult.
No,
No, honestly,
I feel like
think about it.
no, don't use the words because like
Think
people
about
have
it.
a negative ideology when it comes to that word.
To
You remember
being
how
a
we
part of
felt
a cult,
about
yeah.
sex before? Like when
Mm.
your parents heard when they hear the word sex, it's like, what part of your cousin in
Sin.
the house?
That's sin. That's sin.
That is how I feel
About the word cult.
about the word cult. Like anytime I hear cult, I think about Jim Jones. I think
Oh.
about negativity. So I like that word is a very strong
I mean, it's not a positive term, eh?
Exactly.
It's
No.
not.
It's like cult is used. Well, let's look up the definition of a cult, just to make sure that we get it properly.
Yeah.
Because-
I know what nobody come and say, hey, I know what you mean. I don't know what you're talking about. You get?
You can look it up.
Well, I'll tell you
I
what.
have a whole pile of contraption here and
That's
the
a
keyboard plugged
Josh
into my
Allen.
Xbox and all kind of thing.
PS5.
That's an argument for another day.
Facts.
So, another cult move.
Oh,
That's our next cult again.
what is that?
The PS5 versus Xbox versus.
Which to me is insane. Why are we so loyal to
system
brands?
Dan, I think that's just human nature.
It's crazy. So the definition of cult,
Mm.
a system of
Wait,
religious.
from who
From
definition?
Google dictionary.
Google
Do
dictionary.
you have a dictionary?
Well,
I don't trust
The
any
definitions from
dictionary on the
Oxford.
internet. You know?
Definition from Oxford.
Okay, you
languages.
trust Oxford. Once it's not Merriam Webster or whatever.
No. A system of religious venerations and devotion directed toward a particular figure of object. So, we
so
may-
it's not really negative. It's not really negative.
What is a religion then?
Huh?
Check what is a religion. They use religion in that definition.
Well,
what,
they say,
what do
they say
they?
religious.
Yeah.
So
What does it
religious
mean to be religious?
following something?
Following something. Or God, not godlike, or godlike basically.
Does it have to be a god? Because they're
To be religious, you have to believe some type of.
that something has some higher power over you
Yeah.
and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So what? Let's see. I'm gonna try to tiptoe my way around.
There's no way.
But let's say any new ideology in the world right now, right?
It's not very descriptive, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't say what I want to say. You see, this is
I
the
don't
world we
think
live in.
people- I
You
don't
can't
think people
say
would
what you're
judge us.
thinking.
I don't think people. Again, as I was saying to Cleavon right before we started, there is no way that we can say anything here that would not get negative feedback. Whether or not it's positive, like a nun going to I don't want to say Africa because we have a lot of rich people in Africa, but as how social media will tell us, all the
Stereotyping.
poor people
Yep.
in Africa
Yep.
going to Africa and feeding the poor people and still getting dislike on a YouTube video. There is no way we could run from negative feedback. I feel like it's again opinions.
Of course.
Opinions.
Of course.
So, and some people would just give a general, like they'll just give a general feedback and say, yeah, I ain't like it. Why I ain't like it?
They don't have answer.
You know, you
I
just,
just
you
ain't
just,
like
don't, you just don't sit right with them.
Yeah.
Very green, you just,
don't-
you
you
just
don't-
don't sit right with them.
You don't sit right with your spirit.
Yeah.
So back to what I was saying about all of us being part of the word that I don't like, but you guys use
Well,
it.
well, in a weird way, it's like a lot of things that we practice and values that we know we could say are our values and what we consider moral and immoral is somebody give us that.
Yeah, well,
Uh,
yeah.
And in a lot of for us for sure, I could say our households were definitely guided in a very specific manner. So a lot of things that we see as moral and this is okay and this isn't okay is guided based off of how we grew up as opposed to somebody that we would be friends with. Literally, you'd line with this person every day. And this one situation, y'all are on total opposite ends simply because they didn't grow up
That's certainly.
they didn't grow up the same way you did. They may have
Yeah,
they may
it's
see
upbringing.
like for me, and I know people. I mean, this is just my
Turn on the AC.
my turn down. You
Yeah.
feeling cold?
No, make it cold now.
Oh, oh yeah, you get kind of warm now. For me, and I see this often on social media.
Mm.
Like if a girl has her behind outside, or she on the beach in a thong, and the picture is on Instagram and stuff. Men does he has some men that does like,
Go crazy.
yo, what's she doing? She can't do that. She's at
Yeah.
this or
Yeah.
she's at that.
Yeah.
And
She for the streets.
right? Just off of the picture. You don't know the girl, you've never met her. You form this opinion because you could see her butt.
Mhm.
Now,
Mhm.
I would prefer if the my woman doesn't have her
Double standard.
her
The
butt
snacks.
her
The
butt
snacks,
out,
the
outside.
peaches.
But you're liking those on Instagram.
But of course, man is man.
But I think
But hold on. But I can't go and I would not go and say, yo,
those
you
are-
can't be doing this. You can't do that. At the end of the day, she's a big woman and she can make the
Hold on.
decision for
So-
herself. But the discussion between you and your partner is okay, I'm not comfortable with this.
Okay.
If she decides
Okay.
to go ahead and
Okay.
and do that, then I have a decision to make, kind of accept it.
So we switching gears now.
There's this
Well,
We left the
Yeah.
censorship talk and opinions talk and what opinions are right and wrong and what we could say.
No, but it's still
And now we
opinions.
at-
It's still
about-
opinions.
yeah,
It's still about opinions. Everything we
But-
do in
but-
life
but the thing
is
is,
about opinions and
the point I'm making is more about perspective, because
Right.
if a man comment on a girl picture, use a hoe for posting your butt on Instagram. You have some men that go agree. You have some men that go
would
say,
disagree. Dog,
say,
use
yo,
use that pump.
use that this and
that fish.
there's this thing that has come out now. What? Insecure man shouldn't have hot girl.
Yeah.
that
I
you
hear,
think?
but I hear that, I seen that a lot on.
And vice versa. Though.
Well,
I
yeah.
guess that is why are they like
This
that?
guy.
How are
This
you, Josh?
I
How
don't-
are you?
And for me, it's because of how I grew up now, my upbringing. I wouldn't want everybody to look at my woman in that
You're
way.
good.
My woman
You're good.
in that is not my good.
But-
it's hers.
But hear this. But hear this. I dare you to tweet this on Twitter and let's see
I'll
what the
be-
You're
feedback.
dead.
I'll be torn apart.
You're dead.
You know why?
DEAD.
Because they would be like, what happened to freedom of choice? What happened to expression? That would be
Huh?
But,
Yeah.
but no, they'd be absolutely correct in that, because the person have the freedom to choose what they want to do and them doing that does not is not a it should not be something that says, okay, because she does this one thing,
You staple her as
she is in this category.
You label her as
I feel like
but that's
there's like
what media do though. That's what media do.
a breakdown between like, okay, this decision that person decide to make on social media, I've now cast my judgment and my or however I feel about certain things, that this person is absolutely this, not potentially, but they're absolutely this,
definitely that.
rather than me just saying me like that. I go watch it
I'm
and
gonna
tell her
ask a
she's
question,
this
though.
and this. I go watch it, I go like it, all that. I will say she's this and that. I won't unfollow. It's not
So-
that I don't want to see it.
This is a little bit off topic, but what's the difference with going to the beach with a tongue and wearing a tongue outside
Under your
of the beach?
clothes.
Because at the end of the day, it's the same body, it's the same
That-
clothes. The
I
same
guess this is a conversation we can have unless we have a girl, because I don't understand it either. Like, what is the
either.
difference between a bikini, top and bottom, and your
Like
bra
you
and
could see
panty?
her, you could go out with a friend on the beach. She could go in her thing, right?
Yeah.
But you drop her home and she wanna go back out. So hold on, sit down in the kitchen. I go in and change. But she
And
think
you could
she
never
think-
you will never see
but
with
you-
the
But she brown panty,
you can't
she'll cover up.
She
You ever
hide it.
in the same
I don't
places, though?
understand it.
This,
I
we'll
don't understand it.
we'll
So-
leave that topic for next time. We'll have a female guest,
Yeah, we will have
and maybe they could explain that to us.
yeah,
But before we wrap up
basically,
and say, because
yeah,
we going a little long, before we wrap up, anybody message the page with any topics that they'd like us to discuss? Let's discuss at least one thing that someone
well we have two.
proposes.
We have
You
two.
have to choose the juiciest one, but
Uh.
make sure it's not too controversial.
But then how we running
Hold
away
on,
from that? There,
hold on.
it's impossible.
I sent
Yeah.
I sent it to y'all. So I sent it from somebody sent it to me personally on Instagram.
Hmm.
We match.
Okay.
Yeah. The page on Instagram. So the picture is
Oh.
the girl saying, "Why not?" And the man said, "I said no." And she said, "But that's where your G spot is." And the man walk away now.
Oh, I know where this is going.
Nope. I didn't even want to.
Yo.
I didn't even want to reach 45.
Yo,
I didn't even
Me
want to reach
then.
45.
me then. By the time I reach there, I expect them to have the
Invent something,
technology
right?
to check it some other way, because bro,
Well, we had this topic. I think sometime we had this topic some time ago, and we were
Long time
saying
ago.
we were wondering if it's because we believe there is a borderline, and if we maybe enjoy it, we think we might cross the line.
Dan, there's
And
no
I remember
doubt.
having
There's
this
no
conversation-
doubt.
we had this
There's no
conversation.
doubt that it would feel good, because that's the
G-spot.
exact spot he tried
Yeah.
to
The
touch.
G-spot.
Yeah.
I ain't calling it the G spot because that's reserved for the
For
ladies,
The-
but
the-
I don't know what spot it
the
is.
the females.
But it's
Careful,
it's
boy. You can't
alleged.
say females, boy. They'll take offense. And I'm kidding. I am kidding.
Yeah, no, you can't say anything with male in it.
Women.
To
Women,
do with,
well,
and
that
you
man
can't say
in
that
it.
either. Though.
That man in it.
Well, wait.
Am I in that?
You can't
so
say nothing.
That's the reason why they added amen.
And a woman.
I don't even.
I don't
The
know.
man-
Anyway,
the
we are
man-
going off topic. now.
We going in that place. We going there.
We going off topic now. Let me
But
stay on
it-
track.
It was fitting. It was
Because
fitting.
next thing, next thing,
Staying on track
it was
now.
fitting. Yeah.
Yeah.
but yeah, you make me lose my train of thought now.
So what? So what is your thoughts on that picture?
Yeah, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, like if it's something for my health, then just do what you gotta do and get over with.
Put me to sleep, dog.
I want.
Yeah, I mean, make it as comfortable as possible for me. I don't want to feel uncomfortable.
I once heard this story. This guy in one of the places I worked, he went to do it, right? Went early in the morning before he came to work. He told them, "Well, I need some
Wait, when you
time."
say, let's clarify what exactly you're talking about. We're talking about checking the prostate, the
Yeah.
it that he's referring to, not
And-
anything
and-
else.
And the
Part of
picture,
sex.
Nefarious.
the picture is talking about the girl
doing it
wanting
during sex.
to do it to the guy for pleasure, just for
Yeah.
pleasure.
What?
And the
Yeah,
guy,
that's what it's supposed to be.
yeah, and
That's what it's about.
and the guy is saying no.
No.
He just walk away.
Because-
Oh, you thought was the prostate exam?
Yes, sir.
No,
You see,
bro.
my mind so no.
Because no,
So
but I had
innocent,
this topic.
yeah,
I had this
sure.
topic with my wife, and well, she was saying like if a woman do that to you, you will come in like seconds. Like
I want to know.
well, I don't want to know either. That's what I said. But basically, she
That had
said
nothing
that's
to
what
do
would
with me.
happen.
Yeah.
She said that's what would happen. But I was saying, like, I have this. Well, one of the places I work, the guy say, "Well, I go in early in the morning. I had to go by the doctor and thing." They didn't know what he went by the doctor for. So he went by the doctor, got back to work. He was normal for 5 minutes, and then he was like, "Nah, I had to go home."
Man, feel violated.
The man felt like he was basically molested.
Yeah.